Trademarks are among the most valuable assets a company can own. They consolidate a firm's reputation, trust, and recognition into a single symbol of origin. But the modern market presents a specific friction. While digital platforms allow for instant global reach, they simultaneously make brand imitation and counterfeiting easier than at any point in commercial history. This creates a gap between legal theory and market reality. Simply possessing a trademark registration certificate is no longer sufficient to maintain a protected brand identity. Success in crowded digital markets requires moving beyond passive ownership. Businesses must instead construct a multi-layered defensive architecture that integrates law, technology, and commercial strategy. Without this active approach, even small instances of unauthorized use gradually weaken a trademark's distinctiveness. Over time, this erosion undermines the asset's legal enforceability and its commercial value. The baseline of this defense begins with securing the primary mark in all relevant legal jurisdictions. Effective protection expands to the entire brand ecosystem, including variations of the mark, logos, slogans, and distinctive packaging. Registering across multiple classes is necessary to prevent competitors from using similar marks in adjacent product categories that the primary registration might not cover. For businesses planning to scale, this protection must be established in foreign markets well before physical expansion or product launches occur. This preempts opportunistic third parties who monitor trademark registries to capture a brand's intellectual property in jurisdictions where the original owner has not yet asserted legal rights. Multi-class and multi-jurisdictional registration provides the structural bedrock. It creates the public record of ownership required to support all future enforcement actions. A second, specialized layer of the matrix is defensive registration, a tactic used to create a strategic barrier around the core brand. This involves securing marks and branding elements that the business may not currently use, but which are registered specifically to deny their use to competitors and counterfeiters. This strategy targets common misspellings, abbreviations, alternative spellings, and transliterations that could be used to confuse consumers. In digital commerce, consumers often rely on rapid online searches. A competitor using a slight variation of a known trademark can divert search traffic and capture customers at the point of intent. Securing the corresponding domain names and social media handles is therefore a requirement to prevent cybersquatting and digital impersonation. By claiming these identifiers early, a business secures its digital territory and prevents fraudulent activities before they can disrupt the customer experience. Registration is not a one-time event. Trademark rights can lose legal weight if they are not actively monitored and enforced against infringers. Even small unauthorized uses can gradually dilute a mark. Consistent surveillance ensures that the business maintains control over how its trademarks are perceived by the public. Modern enforcement relies on a technological shift detailed in the research, using automated tools to scan the global digital landscape. Businesses now utilize artificial intelligence and automated monitoring systems to identify unauthorized uses across digital platforms. These systems scan e-commerce marketplaces, social media, apps, and registries to detect suspicious activity fast. These tools pair with physical authentication systems, like blockchain tracking and verification codes, to combat counterfeit goods in the supply chain. In high-volume digital markets, automated surveillance is the only mechanism capable of preserving an asset's integrity in real time. The legal strength of a mark is tied to its commercial distinctiveness. As the text indicates, consumer recognition provides a natural barrier to entry for competitors. Maintaining a consistent visual identity and marketing message builds brand associations that make imitation more obvious and legally easier to challenge in court. Licensing provides a mechanism for controlled expansion. Through precise agreements, trademark owners increase market presence while retaining oversight of quality and brand reputation. Expanding a brand without strict quality controls introduces a risk of internal decay, where unauthorized or substandard use by partners weakens the trademark's legal standing. Strict supervision of licensed use is mandatory. Without it, the mark loses its ability to serve as a reliable symbol of quality, which can eventually lead to the loss of trademark rights. The legal viability of the trademark is therefore dependent on the company's commitment to commercial discipline and quality control. This complete defense matrix, integrating registration, defensive architecture, technological surveillance, and commercial distinctiveness, is now ready for deployment. Managing the matrix requires strategic enforcement. Actions against infringement must be prompt, but they must also be calibrated to the specific threat. Organizations must evaluate the commercial impact of each violation to determine whether to use negotiation, cease and desist letters, or full litigation. A trademark's value is derived from the reputation and trust it represents, not just the registration document itself. Effective trademark protection is an ongoing business strategy. It requires a permanent state of operational readiness to support long-term growth and market survival.